one of us has got to go down and chase it up. Up, down.
When I asked around my friends for their opinions, most commented that the dwarfs in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are cute and likable. Part of the reason is the mundane emotions that the Seven Dwarfs hold.
Don't be nervous.
Today, I'll dive into the scene where the Seven Dwarfs first encounter Snow White in their house and analyze what made audiences like them so much. In this scene, the Seven Dwarfs just came home from the mines and noticed that a stranger has gotten into their house. All of them are fearful of what might be the monster, while we, the audience, know that it is Snow White, who is not intimidating at all. However, the Seven Dwarfs are not aware of that, and their first reaction to an intruder in the house was being scared. They were scared of what might be taking over their dwelling. And audiences can easily tell this emotion with their body language of hiding, shivering,
Here, take it. Don't be nervous.
and making their pair to confront the unknown. Let's discuss how Disney utilized character animation techniques to convey the dwarfs' fear. First, the dwarfs were on their nerves, and their body shape responded directly to the bird's prank. Here, we can see a staggering movement where the dwarfs went up and down and up and down and so on. Moreover, the secondary movements of the heads also hint at the emotion states that the dwarfs are in. The tip of the head will rise despite gravity whenever the dwarfs are alerted by something, whether it be a bird, or Grumpy's theory about the monster.
It's in this room right now.
In the chaotic shot of dwarfs finding a place to hide, we can see squash and stretch when they clash, where the volume of the dwarf is maintained to convince the audience how strong the clash was due to panic. Similarly, the distortion of Happy's face, as well as the stretched blobs of color the dwarfs turn into when they dive out of the scene, all demonstrate how desperate they were to find a place to hide. Moreover, as Sneezy dived into the pot itself squashed and stretched, along with some dust effects, to convince the audience how fast Sneezy dived into the pot, because he was scared and he had no other choices. Like humans, the dwarfs shivered when they were scared. Here, one thing to note is the difference in timing between Happy and Sleepy. Happy is shivering in ones, while Sleepy moved in twos. This maintains Sleepy's character as a slow responder and establishes the distinction between the dwarfs. The most interesting part to me was when the dwarfs decided that Dopey will be the one taking the risk. Here, the transition of emotion was demonstrated clearly with the difference in spacing. The first turn of head had even in-betweens from one keyframe to the other, while the second turn of head had a drastic gap between one frame to the next, in order to express his surprise. While the dwarfs are scared of Snow White, the audiences know that she's friendly and harmful. The suspense turned into comedy and brings out the likable characteristics of the dwarfs. The plot makes the audience feel empathetic towards the dwarfs, who are just minding their own business yet had to go through such horror when they come back home from work. It drew the audience closer to the dwarf, as their vulnerability was revealed, only successfully due to thoughtful employments of character animation techniques.